On tracks. This is Momentum. As you know, with every Monday, we have Health on Track coming your way. And today's our topic is going to be taking supplements and traditional medicines wisely. Our guest today, Puan Nur Aflyn Fatinah Faizal, who's a pharmacist at Hospital Tuanku Jaafar in Seremban. Welcome to the studio, Puan. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, all right. Okay, you sound nervous, but don't worry. We will.
I know.
See, now you're laughing. You're no longer nervous. All right. All right. So we're talking about taking supplements and traditional medicines wisely. This is something Malaysians love doing, taking supplements, regardless of where it comes from and all that. So we'll talk to them. We can't stop them, but we'll tell them how they can do it safely.
Yes.
Okay? Let's start off with the use of health supplements and traditional medicines is associated with the consumer's desire for a healthier and a more productive life. What exactly do supplements and traditional medicines imply? What are they?
Okay, so traditional medicines, as defined by our Control of Drugs and Cosmetic Regulations 1984, it refers to any product that is used in the indigenous medicines. So, in which it consists solely of one or more naturally occurring substances from a plant, animals, or even minerals, of parts thereof in the unextracted or crude extract form, and a homeopathic medicines.
Oh, so like let's take for example minyak gamat. So that is a traditional medicine.
Minyak gamat, our Sika Kamba oil, is a traditional medicine.
And there's a lot out there actually because Malaysia has very rich history, especially in terms of medicine and all of that, and traditionally. So how about the trend as well as the demand in usage in Malaysia? How about that?
So traditional medicines are frequently used as one of the choices for disease healing. However, many people are unaware that traditional medicines must be registered with the Ministry of Health before it can be sold to the consumers. So traditional medicines are still widely sold in our local Malaysian market, despite the fact that some of it might not be registered. This is because due to the high demand, few entrepreneurs tempted to produce traditional medicines and market their product even before first registering it with the Ministry of Health. No less, many people still believe in traditional medicines because they believe that traditional medicines are made from natural substances. So there's no need to be worried, to be concerned or cautious about the ingredients used.
Yeah, actually, no, that's not true. Like if you eat enough apple seeds, you will get enough cyanide to kill yourself. That is naturally occurring. Not everything in nature is healthy towards you. Like you won't go near a scorpion and go like, hey, you're natural. Like, sting me, let me be better. It's not going to work that way now, is it?
Yeah.
Well, anyways, let's talk about the vast majority of health supplements and traditional products are available to the general public. This is regardless of being registered or not. How does the Ministry of Health, MOH, actually regulate them? What is the role of the MOH here?
Okay, so the Ministry of Health actually periodically monitor the sales of drug, so including health supplements and traditional medicines through its pharmacy enforcement division. Okay. So individuals or companies who manufacture, distribute or using unregistered product violate Control of Drugs and Cosmetic Regulations according to Sales of Drug Act SODA 1952. So if convicted, an individual who commit offence under this regulation may face fine up to 25,000 ringgit or imprisoned for up to 3 years or both for the first offence. And for the subsequent offences, they may face fine up to 50,000 ringgit or imprisoned for up to 5 years or both.
Ooh, and these are not going to run concurrently. They're going to run one after another, right?
And for companies, it's different, you know.
Oh, for companies. Okay.
Yeah, the first offence, they may face fine up to 50,000 ringgit. And of the subsequent offences is 100,000 ringgit. That's a lot of money, right?
That's a lot of money. And yeah, because like, I do remember reading about this, like, there was a boom in cosmetics in Malaysia, right? Made a lot of millionaires out there, but a lot of it in true unscrupulous manners. And one of it was they were not registered. Second, they had mercury within their products. And if it went to MOH, they would have found out by then, right? There's mercury. This thing is not good for sales and all of that. Because mercury causes cancer. Yeah, absolutely. Now, let's take the next question, right? Now, most consumers have insufficient knowledge, mainly because, as you said earlier, you mentioned that it's natural, so it must be healthy, right? So they have insufficient knowledge on the products that they use. And sometimes they rely solely on consumer testimonials and product advertisements, which is very, very wide. Now, what steps does the MOH take to provide guidance to consumers on how to buy and also safely use these health supplements and traditional medicines?
Okay, so what I said just now. So before being marketed to consumers in Malaysia, all medicinal product must be registered to the Ministry of Health, including the one that we import for our Malaysian market. So if the medicinal product is registered, so the quality, the safety and efficacy is guaranteed. Okay. So this traditional product, on the other hand, they don't have any clinical trials, so their effectiveness cannot be guaranteed. Okay. So consumers can check with the MOH before they purchase any traditional or health supplements. And a product must bear two characteristics, which are MAL registration number and a hologram security labels. So for the MAL registration number, it starts with MAL followed by 8 digits and end with an alphabet. For example, MAL 20201234T. Okay, so the last alphabet in the registration number indicates the product category. We have 4 alphabets in total. We have A, X, T and N. If the registration number ends with an A, it indicates that the product is a controlled medicine, which are antibiotics or antihypertensive. If it ends with X, it means that the product is over-the-counter medicines, such as paracetamol, which we are using for our headaches.
Everybody eats it every day.
Yeah. And
don't eat it every day.
Yeah, if it ends with an N, it indicates that the product is health supplements such as cod oil, multivitamins, glucosamines. If it ends with T, it's a traditional medicines, like you said just now, the minyak gamat, okay, our herbal medicines, and even massage oil.
Massage oils also fall under this category.
Yes.
Yeah? Wow, that is quite amazing. So they need to make sure if they're going to buy something, a product, regardless of the consumer testimonials, regardless of the advertisements, they need to check the bottle or the sachet physically to make sure that's a MAL with 8 numbers with a T ending at the end.
Yeah, T or X or A or N.
Any of this, like as long as it falls under that. And then they can also cross-reference this number on a website.
Yes, from www.npra.gov.my. Okay, actually the hologram, it might not be authentic. So consumers can use Pharma Checker application. So using this application, you can check whether the hologram is authentic or not.
Okay, so there's multiple ways for us to stay safe, because just like scams, right?
Yeah.
If we don't allow them to do it, we are well aware of the tactics, then we can get away from the scams. And just like that, traditional medicines, you have to make sure that you're using it in a proper and safe manner, because sometimes some of the things that they add into it, you would be surprised. Okay, and tell you what, Puan, we're going to be taking a very short break. We're going to be listening to a song that you requested for.
Yes, my favorite song.
All right, Lana Del Rey's national anthem right here. All right, so let's talk about this one, Puan. We're talking about what efforts have been made by the MOE or related agencies to raise public awareness about the safe use of health supplements and traditional medicine. So what have they done?
Okay, so we are from MOH. So
we'll talk about MOH lah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Through our pharmaceutical services program, they are actually constantly running various programs to educate the consumers regarding rational use of medicines. So we have this program named Know Your Medicine program, or in Bahasa Malaysia we call it Program Kenali Ubat Anda, where we carry this program to ensure that consumers are taking medicines rationally by practicing the practice of 5 rights, which are the right patients, the right medicines, the right dose, the right route of taking the medicines, and at the right time. So we have ambassadors for this Know Your Medicine program. They are actually members of the community. They are usually well-known public figures from various backgrounds. It involves our community leaders, our NGO leaders, celebrities, retirees, professionals, and even youth who serve voluntarily. So all of these ambassadors, they are actively involved in promoting the rational use of medicine.
Okay. Go on.
Besides that, we have various activities too. We have talks, exhibitions, which we collaborate with other agencies, and we do it at the community level, such as in school, in malls, And then we also have promotional efforts such as infographic and educational videos, which are posted on pharmaceutical services program social media pages. Yes.
Right. Seems like the effort is quite comprehensive because you're targeting just from the grassroots, from the school itself all the way to the office environment, to people who want websites, to the malls and all of that. I want to ask you slightly off topic for a bit. How tough is it trying to convince the rural areas that hey guys, you guys have to get this if you're going to use this, you have to get it registered, compared to the urban environment, if you have numbers or if you have an opinion on that is?
Okay. Actually, for a pharmacist, I have been to few rural places. Actually, it's not that hard to convince them because they usually just receive the information because they couldn't get correct information back in their place. So if you go there, if you constantly go to the rural places and educate them, they will actually easier to be convinced rather than urban people actually. Yeah, because urban people, they tend to Google everything, but not rural area person,
And they tend to believe that they know everything.
Yes.
All right. So it's actually, that is quite interesting to see that the rural area, they understand better once the information has been passed on to them. Wow, that is quite good. Now, is there a list or is there a comprehensive list available to the public on traditional products that is not safe for public consumption?
Yes, actually, you guys can check it from the National Pharmaceutical Regulatory Agency NPRA website. You can access it via www.npra.gov.my, or you guys also can check from NPRA product status application, which can be downloaded from Google Play Store, Apple App Store, and even Huawei App Gallery.
Oh, wow. So essentially, all of this is our fingertips. Just want to make sure if you want to know about it, just go find it.
Yes.
All right. So where can the public also go to report adverse effects of traditional products? Is there a place where they can go and do that? Like, for instance, they use something, they were like, hey, this is not bad, this is bad for me, and you want people to know. Is there a place to do that?
Yes. They can access www.moh.spab.gov.my to access Sistem Pengurusan Aduan Awam, SISPAR, or you just can go to pharmacy enforcement branches. We have it at every state, in every state nationwide. Okay. And consumers also can report violation to the National Pharmaceutical Regulatory Agency NPRA via www.npra.gov.my. So in order to complain, you guys need to submit few things, right? So such as product name, product brand, the content, and also maybe the product labels or packaging. And if it's suspected that the product is contaminated with controlled medicines such as steroids, antibiotics, you may submit the product samples to the NPRA, and the NPRA personnel can do testing on that product.
Oh, so it's going to be sent to the lab immediately. Wow.
Yes.
That is amazing because there is quite a movement over here to make sure that Malaysians stay safe and Malaysians stay healthy. Right?
Yes.
So of course, we're going to do that. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you actually saw that some of the websites that you need to be really, really interested in is npra.gov.my as well as moh.spab. spab.gov.my. Both these websites will be very helpful, not only to you, but also to your family, including your parents as well, especially they are someone who love using traditional or also indigenous medicines. Right now, though, we're going to be taking another short break. And if you're someone who take traditional medicine, the next question might be very interesting for you. All right. So should the consumer declare if they're taking traditional products to their doctors?
Big yes.
Big yes.
Yes, big yes.
Yes, of course.
Traditional product may contain ingredients that can increase the risk of drug interaction with patient's current medication. Okay. So if there's drug interaction, it can cause serious side effects and can interrupt the ongoing medical treatment.
So I think you have already answered my next question. Is there a possibility for these traditional products reacting to medicine? So you know what? We're not going to ask that question, but we agree that if you are taking traditional medicines, first thing you do is you tell your doctor about it.
Yes.
And they can also assess if it's good for you, if it's bad for you. Because if you have high blood pressure and you take something that can cause your blood pressure to spike even more, it's going to cause a lot of problems for you. All right. So, Puan, I think that is the end of our interview for today. I hope you had fun, because
Yes.
I think you did. All right. So, but before we end, do you have anything else that you would like to say for our listeners?
Okay, so actually consuming health products is actually depends on the consumer's awareness and also concerns. Okay, but everyone need to remember that supplements are not a replacement for a well-balanced diet. So living a healthy lifestyle, such as doing regular exercise, eating a healthy, well-balanced diet, and also having positive attitude is the key to a good health. Okay, not the supplements. Okay, so if you have any further questions, you can just call NPCC, National Pharmacy Call Center, at 1-800-886722 from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. except on public holidays. Cuti lah.
So, start this Friday, you cannot call them lah.
Oh yeah, this Friday. Oh wait.
Hari Raya. All right. So, NPCC, the hotline is 1-800-886722. Other websites include npra.gov.my, and the other one is spab.gov.my, moh.spab.gov.my. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, by all means, if you're going to be taking traditional medicines, and if you're also on other kinds of medications, make sure that the doctor know, because your doctor knows best. Sometimes we think we can lah, our body can lah, but then we cannot. Okay, right, with that, it's a big thank you to you, Puan, and we hope you have a safe drive back to Saraman, because I know that's where you're heading, and of course, a Selamat Hari Raya from Trax FM.
Okay, thank you. Selamat Hari Raya and happy holidays.